The late May afternoon of 2025 hung heavy with the scent of blooming jasmine over Cedar Grove, a quiet town tucked in the rolling plains of northern Alabama. At the edge of town, Carter Ranch sprawled across acres of green, its weathered fences standing like silent guardians of a family's legacy. Jalen Hayes, 45, owner of Hayes Auto Repair, was tinkering with a carburetor in his home garage, the hum of a country song on the radio blending with the distant chirp of crickets. Suddenly, a roar tore through the sky low, guttural, wrong. It grew louder, a mechanical scream that rattled his tools off the workbench, culminating in a bone-jarring crash that shook the earth. Jalen bolted outside, heart hammering, to find a massive C-130 Hercules military transport plane sprawled across his northern pasture, smoke curling from a shattered engine, its wingtip gouging the soil his great-grandfather had tilled. Military personnel swarmed, barking orders as they secured the site. A young officer, stern but calm, waved him back. "Sir, stay clear. This is a restricted zone." Jalen nodded, still reeling, but before he could grasp the surreal scene, a sharp voice sliced through the chaos. "Malik Carter, you've crossed the line this time." Sharon Vance, the 53-year-old HOA president of the neighboring Oak Hill subdivision, stormed up his gravel drive, her designer purse swinging, two board members trailing like reluctant shadows. "You're destroying our community," she shrieked, already dialing her phone. "This plane's a violation of HOA rules." Phones glinted from nearby yards, neighbors recording what promised to be a showdown for the ages. Sharon's heels clicked with purpose, her tablet raised like a prosecutor's exhibit. "This hazard's tanking our property values," she declared, ignoring the soldiers fanning out behind her. Jalen, hands still greasy from engine oil, stared in disbelief. "Sharon, a military plane crashed." "How's that on me?" she scoffed, speaking into her phone with theatrical urgency. "Yes, I need officers at Carter Ranch. Major safety violation, non-compliant owner." A military officer, Major Nia Brooks, stepped forward, her uniform crisp, voice firm. "Ma'am, this is a federal matter. You need to leave." Sharon waved her off, undeterred. "This is HOA jurisdiction. I demand accountability." Deputy Lucas Grant, Jalen's old high school teammate, rolled up in his patrol car, rubbing his temples a familiar tick when dealing with Sharon. "What's this, Jalen?" he asked, eyeing the wreckage. Sharon pounced. "Arrest him. He's endangering us all with this airfield." Lucas sighed, glancing at the twisted metal. "Sharon, this is a military accident. Jalen didn't cause it." Major Brooks nodded. "Training mishap, mechanical failure. Mr. Hayes has been cooperative." Sharon's face flushed a deep crimson, her voice rising to a near hiss. "This isn't over, Malik." She spun away, her board members scurrying after her, as a neighbor's camera caught her venomous glare. That evening, Jalen's phone buzzed relentlessly with HOA emails from Sharon, branding him a reckless threat for permitting the crash. She announced an emergency meeting to neutralize Malik Carter's danger to our community. By morning, the town's warmth had chilled. Neighbors avoided him at the feed store, Sharon's lies spreading like a grass fire. Lucas texted, "She's screaming to the mayor, saying you're running an illegal airstrip." Jalen's jaw clenched. It sparred with Sharon's complaints about his untidy ranch for years, but this was a calculated assault. Checking the crash site, now cordoned by military fencing, he noticed tire tracks that didn't match the heavy treads of their vehicles. That night, Sharon delivered a $7,000 HOA fine for public nuisance, her smile cold as steel. Section 22 holds you liable for all activity on your land. Sell now, Malik, or lose it all. I've got developers circling. Her words carried a weight that unsettled him. She knew too much about the site. "You're playing a dangerous game, Sharon," he warned, but her eyes glinted with ambition. The next day, Major Brooks knocked, her expression grave. "Mr. Hayes, we found civilian tampering debris shifted before we locked it down. That's a federal crime." Jalen poured coffee, his pulse quickening. "Sharon made odd remarks yesterday. Sent a cleanup crew claiming my permission." Brooks's brow furrowed. Interfering with a military crash site could mean prison. Neighbor Amos Reed, a 62-year-old retired Air Force mechanic, stopped by, voice low. "Jalen, Sharon's tight with Summit Development. They want your land for a strip mall. Word is, she's linked to the contractor servicing that plane. Jalen's stomach churned. Sharon wasn't just seizing an opportunity. She'd orchestrated this. That afternoon, a city inspector hit his shop, citing zoning violations tied to the crash, Sharon smirking beside him. The law's clear on unauthorized airfields, she purred. Jalen called Brooks, who quashed it, but a $120,000 lawsuit landed, claiming property devaluation and emotional distress. Amos dug deeper, uncovering bank records. Sharon funneled $25,000 from Summit through HOA consulting fees. Summit's parent company serviced C-130s, flagged for 4 failures in 2 years, including Jalen's plane. She knew it was a risk, Amos said, showing emails. Had crews on standby hours after the crash. The HOA meeting was a powder keg, Sharon's PowerPoint vilifying Jalen's ranch as a public danger. We must seize it for safety, she urged. Jalen stood, voice steady but sharp. Explain your Summit payments, Sharon. Or why you messed with a military site. Gasps rippled. Board member Clara Monroe demanded clarity. Sharon faltered. Those are legitimate fees, but doubt festered. Jalen played a video Sharon at the site, plotting contamination reports with 2 men. The vote to seize his land was tabled, Sharon's control fraying. The next day, for shop clients canceled, citing safety concerns. Clara called. Sharon's claiming you're corrupt, Jalen. His business bled, but Major Brooks escalated the probe. Debris was searched deliberately, she said. Sharon's in trouble. That night, Jalen caught Sharon near the site with 2 men, his phone recording. Plant the soil report. Summit needs this land. He sent it to Brooks and Lucas. Fraud, conspiracy, Lucas said, stunned. Sharon's next salvo was a $300,000 defamation suit, and fake reviews tanked Jalen's shop. Lucas warned, she's pushing to fire me, saying I'm your puppet. Graffiti sellout defaced his shop, teens from Sharon's allies caught on tape. Major Brooks proposed a sting. Meet Summit. Wired, act like you'll sell. Get them to admit the plot. Jalen agreed, writing a letter to his late wife Aisha's brother in case it went south. At the courthouse, Sharon's deep-fake video Jalen tampering at the site swayed some. But Brooks countered with technician Jamal Pierce, who testified Sharon paid him $20,000 for C-130 flaw reports, targeting Jalen's land. She knew it could crash, he said, showing bank records. Emails from Sharon's HOA laptop, recovered from a Summit-funded storage unit, detailed her deal, flight logs, and plans to frame Jalen. Her lawyer's objections failed. The unit was HOA property, searchable. Sharon screamed, I saved this town. Malik's a menace, but admitted to 3-minute contamination schemes. The judge convicted her of fraud, conspiracy, espionage, and tampering, sentencing her to 20 years and a $250,000 fine. Sharon's arrest rocked Cedar Grove. Summit folded, its contractor banned from military work. Jalen's shop revived as neighbors apologized, Amos leading a community garden on the crash scar. At a barbecue, Major Brooks saluted Jalen. You saved lives exposing that risk. Clara, new HOA president, banned predatory fines. But one dusk, a gray SUV idled at Jalen's gate. A man in a pinstripe suit stepped out. Mr. Hayes, Summit's gone, but others want this land. Name a price. Jalen's phone buzzed in unknown text. Phase 2, 3 minutes. Leave my farm, he growled. The man smirked, driving off. Jalen clutched Aisha's photo. My land, my fight, he vowed. A C-130's rumble overhead, echoing battles past and future. Was Jalen's sting justice or dangerous vigilantism? Should Sharon's sentence reflect intent or damage done? Can Cedar Grove fend off corporate greed? Or is Phase 2 inevitable? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for stories that demand you take a stand.